Force your brain to think positive. So, force your brain to think positive and only think about things you're grateful for and nice things that happen to you. It's all about perspective. It all depends on what you think in your mind. And when you have the right perspective, you can basically turn the worst day into the best one. Just by focusing on the good things and not giving the bad things too much weight. And only deposit good memories when you're mind wandering. So you're just thinking about stuff and you don't even realize it. Most of your thoughts will be negative and bad memories. You will overthink something that happened 2 years ago at a party, or a thing that your teacher said to you, or your parents said something bad to you, and you will think about that, and it doesn't give you anything by thinking about it. So it's just better to only deposit good memories. It will make you feel better. It will make you happier. It will give you more energy, and overall make you a better person. Because you only have yourself, like, you are against the whole world. Why the fuck would you not be on your side? Why would you not try to help yourself and think positive of yourself and think about good situations? Why would you want to make yourself sadder by thinking about bad stuff? You have to stop fighting against yourself, and you have to start to fight for yourself. Don't give bad situations too much importance. I think we all do this. Like when something bad happens, a bad grade at school, we feel terrible, which is okay, but we give it too much importance, too much weight. We think the world's gonna end, everything is shit, we see everything negative, the whole day is ruined, maybe the next few days are also ruined. But after like a week or so, you realize that life goes on. And in 5 years it won't matter, so why worry about it now? You have so many opportunities to fix your problems. But especially the school system gives us a feeling that if we fuck up once, we fucked up and we're not worth it or we're not good enough. But you have so many chances to fix your problems, so many chances to turn bad situations into good situations again. So when something bad happens to you, don't give it too much importance. Always remember life goes on. It's all about perspective, and you can choose what you do with the situation. If you learn from it and become better and try again, or if you cry about it and do nothing. And I read about this in a book. It's called The Magic of Thinking Big. I just suggested to you. It's a really good book. So think of your mind as a car. Don't feed it with sand, feed it with fuel, and it will work much better. So your mind is a car, and the fuel are your thoughts. When you feed a car with sand, it obviously won't work. Same with your brain. If you feed your brain with negative thoughts, it won't work as good. But when you feed it with positive, good thoughts, with grateful thoughts, with nice memories, it will work much better. It will be the right fuel for the car. And destroy negative thoughts before they turn into a monster. It's the same as don't give bad situations too much importance. Because our mind is structured in a way that we will forget about negative situations over time. So the negative will automatically disappear in like 10 years if you don't give it too much importance. That's the way our mind is built. So if you keep that in mind, the only thing you have to do is don't think about something negative, and your mind will automatically forget it. And when you destroy your negative thoughts, there's no way they can turn into like a monster in your mind. When you keep thinking about bad memories and negative thoughts, you will overthink it, and the situation will be much worse in your mind than it actually is. You will think of all the possibilities that could have gone wrong or better, about what you should have said, about what you should have done, and it just turns into a monster in your mind, and you think about it constantly. You feel shit. It feels like such a big deal that you can't defeat, and it feels like you have to fight against it. So just force your brain to think positive, destroy your negative thoughts, and you will be a much happier, grateful, and also successful person, because when you feel good, when you think positive, nothing can stop you. And you're basically only limiting yourself. You have limited beliefs of yourself, and you can do basically whatever you want in this world. You can achieve whatever you want. And it always sounds cringe to say it, but it's actually true. Like, how big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? And failure is just a thing in your mind. Of course, we can fuck up and fail. We call it a fail, but it's all about how we think about it in our mind. When we learn from failure, in the end, it's not failing; it's learning. And if you can't fail, why not try to achieve the highest, biggest, best goals and dreams that you want to have?